Botswana was greylisted in October 2018 as the Financial Action Task Force felt that it was poorly handling its anti-money laundering and counter-terrorist financing regimes. The head of the Botswana Chamber of Mines says this made executing financial transactions, whether at an individual or corporate level, uncomfortable, in some cases difficult.
From a corporate level, you are also going to see the same because you do transactions between businesses, you do transactions, businesses locally and internationally. And when you carry out those transactions, you are bound by the same regulations to be able to specify to the last detail where the money is going from, where you got the money from, and what its intentions are meant for.
From a financial markets perspective, the greylisting created the problem of negative perception of the Botswana economy as a favorable place to invest. The Botswana Stock Exchange says it had to constantly reassure local and international investors that it was still worth investing on the exchange.
You know, it becomes very difficult for you to attract new investors into our market, both domestic and international investors. And also there is some level of investors pulling out of the market. You know, some just start selling off their shares and divesting from the market.
As South Africa awaits the Financial Action Task Force call later this month, there are worries that a negative move will see a decline in GDP, which the country can ill afford given its current challenges with load shedding.
The truth is that it will filter down to things like the debt to GDP ratio becoming more unstable and harder to bring down. You're likely to see it, increases in poverty, unemployment and inequality just due to the fact that South Africa's reputation becomes a little bit riskier, and it'll be more difficult for us to get financing internationally and deal with any international counterparties.
But even if greylisting is inevitable, it is possible to lose the label, although by the sounds of it, it's not easy. Botswana's negative status was lifted after 3 years in October 2021.
It takes a lot of time. It takes drafting of rules and regulations, consultation with the market, overhauling the old rules and laws that are there, and they need to get through stakeholders, they need to get through parliament, and then also ultimately developing rules and regulations among that. And generally also to get everybody to comply within a wide spectrum of the economy. So it's not a joke, it's a lot of work, and that takes a lot of time.
Given the significance of South Africa as the continent's financial capital, many will be holding thumbs for a positive outcome.
South Africa is a big financial powerhouse for SADC, and I think it would be in order firstly for you not to be greylisted. We hope that you don't get greylisted. And secondly, if it does happen, to just work quickly to reverse the situation, because that's the only way I think we're going to see it go through.
While South Africans would want to avoid the experiences shared by Botswana market players, the expectation is that greylisting is a done deal. The Financial Action Task Force is expected to announce its decision on South Africa around the time of the national budget later this month. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.